Kamala Harris just made a move that nobody saw coming. She won't run for governor in California. Kevin Dalton called it a perfectly dodged bullet. California. But she's not retiring. She's releasing a book called 107 Days about her campaign disaster. Her cryptic message, what the world saw was only part of the story. Polymarket is buzzing with bets that she'll announce a presidential run this year. Laura Ingraham says that Harris will have plenty of time to testify about Biden's cognitive decline. House Republicans are preparing subpoenas. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom's drowning in wildfire scandals, and Mel Gibson is now calling for federal investigation, with California's top Democrats imploding. Where is Kamala heading? Well, the answer might just terrify you, so stay tuned. And if you're getting close to retirement or just thinking ahead, you've probably done a solid job of saving. But here's something most people don't consider. How much of that money is just sitting in cash? It might feel safe, but holding too much cash guarantees only one thing. You are losing purchasing power. Inflation eats away at it, and the dollar's value keeps slipping. And that's why more people are looking at real assets like physical gold and silver to protect their savings. Noble Gold Investments makes it easy. Visit nextnewsgold.com. And when you own real assets, you have real wealth. You can also call the number on the screen, 877-646-5347. When you talk to Colin, tell him Gary said hi. The link is in the description. So I always love it when I see Mel Gibson behind a microphone, the amazing writer, actor, director. Well, he took the podium to slam Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass. Says they're going to steal the Pacific Palisades, their land, the homeowners' land. Calls for a federal investigation into Gavin Newsom. Listen.
Newsom wants to do the Maui plan. What do you think the Maui locals think of the Maui plan? Yeah. I'm sorry, there aren't any more locals living there anymore. They all had to leave town. You think the people of the Palisades or Altadena are going to be consulted about how their areas are reimagined by Newsom and Bass?
No.
Huh?
Absolutely.
This is a conspiracy.
No. It'll be more like the chairman Maui plan.
They want to use you to get what they want and then throw you away.
Yeah. I mean, one of the most pathetic and despicable things I've seen was when Karen Bass, in order to shift the blame and culpability from herself, wiped it on the fire chief and threw her under the bus for speaking the truth about how the department had been defunded and were without resources. They didn't even have water. Now Gavin has asked for $40 billion of federal dollars to do whatever he has in mind. Why would we trust him with that kind of funding? See, along with that federal money should come a federal investigation into what the heck happened. You know, for a few pennies more. A federal investigation. I mean, Karen is, she's having an investigation into why she made the decision to go to Ghana. Which is absurdity on four legs.
Examination of conscience.
Federal investigation, yep. We should have one of those to see what the heck happened, and a further federal oversight to see what happens with any federal funding that we get, so that we have transparency, that it's audited. Not because he's doing it, but because anyone's doing it. Because hopefully he won't be there anymore. Amen to that.
Lock her up.
We need to see what's happening with our money, with our federal dollars. California deserves leadership that does more than acknowledge a problem. It deserves leaders who take real meaningful steps towards addressing these threats to our community. You deserve better. Our firefighters deserve better. And above all, the people who've lost everything deserve better.
Yeah, right.
It's time for accountability. It's time for leadership that doesn't wait until it's too late.
Their election.
And most of all, it's time for the government that stands with its people, not just in words.
Right. Right.
They got to go through the motions, you know, do something meaningful, build back better. Anyway, thank you. That's about all I have to say. I think it's enough. Should be enough to get me in trouble.
Man for governor!
like to introduce you to Randy Economy. He was going
Mel for governor. That's kind of got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Well, that is only the beginning. President Trump asked a question about Kamala Harris's political future. Let's find out. This just in about 3 hours ago.
Last name, you.
Mr. President, Kamala Harris, as you know, is not running for governor of California. She's not going to do it. What do you see in her political future, sir?
Well, she can't speak. She can't talk. She can't do an interview. I thought it was a very strange campaign that we had. But, you know, I had two of them. We were up by like this massive number of points on Biden, and they said, let's change to Kamala. Nobody knew who Kamala was. Nobody knew her last name, Harris. They said, we're going to get Vice President Harris. Everyone said, who the hell is Harris? They only knew her by the first name. But no, I thought she was a terrible candidate. Look, don't forget, she didn't really get the nomination. I mean, that whole nomination was strange. She was the first one out. You know, she took a good amount of points with her when she announced, but nobody knew her. And once they got to know her, she dropped out very shortly after she started. And she started with a pretty good, you know, she was like in second or third place. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call her a skilled politician. Would you?
She's also coming out with a book. Any plans to buy it?
I don't know. I think I'm going to buy it. I'd love to see it. No. I'd find it. Look, I find everything in politics interesting. I sort of enjoy politics. She wasn't a skilled person. You know, you have skilled politicians, really skilled politicians, and then you have some that aren't. And she was put in a very tough position, I think. She did have a 6-week honeymoon. They told me, the pros said, you know what, she's going to have a 6-week. And she did. She was like untouchable in terms of everybody thought great. But she didn't do any interviews or anything, which was strange. Not even friendly interviews with friendly reporters like her right there, really friendly reporter. And you know what happened? People said, what's wrong with her? Why isn't she doing? She made a mistake. She should have done interviews. She didn't run a great campaign, but we beat Biden, and then we had to beat, nobody's beaten two. I had to beat two. That's like Dana White, the great Dana White has a fight, and he has a fighter that's getting the hell knocked out of him. They say, well, let's take him out and put somebody else in. Didn't seem fair to me at the time, but where are we? We're in the White House. So, I mean, you know, so it worked out.
Yeah, it certainly did. What's this? Kamala Harris, is she drunk again? What happened here?
So where we see things that are being taken.
Okay, so this was February 15th, 2025.
We see things that are being taken. But also let's see it as, you know, nature abhors a vacuum. So where there's a vacancy, then let's fill it. Right? And let's know that the reality is that the progress of our nation has always been about the expansion of rights, not the restriction of rights. Mm-hmm. We're seeing a U-turn right now, but we have to keep fighting for those rights to be maintained, which means we have to be vigilant. And it's just the...
Yeah, okay. Yeah. More word salad from Kamala Harris. That's all she's pretty much good at. Here we have her announcement that she will not be running for governor in 2026. Bullet dodged, California. Oh, no, this is not the actual announcement, but this is a montage of all of her worst moments, apparently.
Poor hubby. Poor hubby.
He knows how to sell right there. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, dude, that goes on for another like 2 minutes. Can you believe that? Can you imagine if we had to endure that for 4 straight freaking years? We have some Grock Analysis. Based on verified linguistic analysis, the Flesch-Kincaid scores, Kamala Harris's vocabulary is more complex, 6th to 7th grade level, with 426 unique words per thousand and longer sentences. Trump is simpler, 3rd or 4th grade, 408 unique words per thousand. On vocabulary alone, Harris appears smarter. That is Grock's analysis. Do you agree with the AI? 5 hours ago, Polymarket, Kamala Harris announces presidential campaign this year. What are the odds? What are they saying? Polymarket says it's a 7% chance she'll announce by December 31st. And if you want to participate, you can actually buy in. This is what's crazy about Polymarket. People bet on everything. Yes for 7 cents or buy no for 94 cents. Like, these guys have just got to be raking in the cash. Sheesh. That's just nuts. Okay, let's keep going. We got some more juice to get into. Read, Newsom reportedly devising plan to saddle ratepayers with wildfire cleanup fees via Smart News. Clear schedule Kamala Harris. Here's Laura Ingraham. She's not running for governor, so she'll have more time to testify before the House Oversight Committee. I love you, James Comer.
About Joe Biden.
Congressman, are you going to subpoena someone like a Kamala Harris?
I think that's another great thing about Kamala Harris not running for governor. She's going to have more time to come before the House Oversight Committee and testify about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. So I think the odds of Kamala Harris getting a subpoena are very high.
Congressman,
the odds of Kamala Harris getting a subpoena are very, very high. Oh, and 12 hours ago, Kamala Harris dropping this post on X. What the world saw on the campaign trail was only part of the story. I'm going to try and give you like my best movie, like trailer voice. What the world saw on the campaign trail was only part of the story. My new book is a behind-the-scenes look at my experience leading the shortest presidential campaign in modern history. 107 Days is out on September 23rd. The world will never be the same. Yeah, here we go.
Just over a year ago, I launched my campaign for President of the United States. 107 days, traveling the country, fighting for our future. The shortest presidential campaign in modern history. It was intense, high stakes, and deeply personal for me and for so many of you. Since leaving office, I've spent a lot of time reflecting on those days, talking with my team, my family, my friends, and pulling my thoughts together. In essence, writing a journal that is this book, 107 Days. With candor and reflection, I've written a behind-the-scenes account of that journey.
Yeah, no one believes you, Kamala. You had that book ghostwritten, I'm sure. And I'm probably like right on point with that. Yeah. You're gathering all your thoughts. No, you should probably be gathering all the receipts. How much money did you spend? How much did you pay? What was there? Oprah, right? All the other celebrities. But I think we should just go back and say, yeah, Mel Gibson for governor. Mel Gibson for governor, right? What do you think? You got value from this report, tab subscribe. My final thought is next. So Kamala is playing chess while everyone thinks she's playing checkers. She announces she won't run for California governor, then drops a book about her failed campaign. The timing is not a coincidence. Polymarket traders are betting she'll announce a 24 presidential run, a presidential run, but it's pretty low odds. Why? Well, Biden's cognitive decline is undeniable. House Republicans want her under oath about what she knew and when. Laura Ingraham says subpoenas are coming. with very high odds. Meanwhile, California Democrats, their bench is collapsing. Newsom facing federal investigation over wildfire land grabs. Mel Gibson's exposing the Maui playbook being used in Pacific Palisades with California radioactive and Biden fading. Kamala's positioning for something bigger. A book tour creates nationwide visibility. A victim narrative reframes her failures. The establishment needs a backup plan. So here's the question. Will Kamala try to replace, will Kamala try to run again in the next election? Yes or no? Tell us below. And you can get your American Badass gear at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.